Welcome back. And last time I already theoretically explain about the collection API, in which we already know that there is a collection framework. The collection API, there is a collection framework, and we learn the collection interface, and list interface is extended from collection interface, set interface is extended from collection interface. We already learned also the map interface and the sorted map. And right now, in order to demonstrate, we're going to use one of its concrete class, which is ArrayList, which implements this list, and again the list extends from this collection. And we already reviewed the difference between array and collection. I'm going to demonstrate this one today as well. So we're going to click on this one, create a new Java location. Next we're going to choose this one, is going to go up and see anyone can code. Okay, open this one. We're going to demonstrate about ArrayList demo. Okay, ArrayList demo. Okay, for this ArrayList demo, we're going to first work with an array. First, what is an array? Array is collection, a group of elements, okay, of the same type. So that's why you have to specify the type. Let's say int. Okay. Let's just do string. Okay, string numbers equal to string numbers equal to numbers equal to new string of size 3. So from here you can see at least two things. First, it is a group of elements, okay, a variables. This one variable which is numbers, but which is used to contain a group of elements of same type. This one is same type, okay, and fixed size. That's why whenever you declare an array, you have to specify the size. Then in order to access to each individual element, you're going to use the square bracket operators and use index. Let's say index number 0, you can assign it equal to 1. Okay, and then numbers, okay, index number 1, we're going to assign it equal to 2. Okay, numbers, okay, 2, you're going to assign it equal to 3. Okay, there is one point that is, let's say numbers and 2, you would like to assign equal to 3. This one is not possible. Okay, and this one is going to show you what is called a compile time error that NetBeans can suggest you over here. See, the reason is they must be, the elements must be of the same type, like I show you last time here, must be of the same type. Okay, you're gonna put different types there. Okay, then this one is gonna be an arrow, and you can put numbers 2 equal to 3 is fine. Okay, you can put number 2 equal to 3 is fine, but then if you put numbers 3 equal to 4, okay, this one is not possible, even though it is not showing you at the compile time. Means NetBeans is not suggest you right now, but if you run this project, okay, if you run this project, this one is called runtime error. So if you run this project, there will be an error over here, because it's called, this one is array index hour bar exception. Okay, you don't have such index 3 when you have only 3 elements. So the index started counting from 0. So maximally you have up until 2. So this one is of fixed size, and that size is 3 elements. So cannot access the fourth, okay, element. Index equal to 3 now. Okay, index equal to 3. So this one is another limitation of array. Okay, this one is another limitation of array. Okay, so similarly, in order to overcome this limitation, we can use the ArrayList. Okay, we can use ArrayList, which is implementing the list interface of the collection interface, and it can contain different types of objects, okay, but they must all be objects, okay, different types, they must all be objects. Then also flexible size and use Java method to work with data, and this one use index and square bracket, but this one use a method to work with the data. So now we're going to declare ArrayList, okay, ArrayList. Control Shift I to import the class because it is coming from Java.util class package. Okay, ArrayList RL numbers equal to new ArrayList. Okay, Control space. You will see from here. You will see from here that first thing first, you don't specify the data type here. You could if you use generic, but we'll talk about generic later. Okay, but you don't use data type here, so it can store any different data types as long as they are objects or convertible into objects. Then numbers. Okay, then you don't have to specify the size, which means it's flexible in size. Okay, which means it's flexible in size. Now, and also you're not using square bracket operators in order to work with the elements, but you're going to use methods and object in order to work with it, because this one is an object of this class. So we're going to use ARL numbers dot, we're going to add the first element is 1, okay, numbers, okay, numbers dot add, okay, 2, okay, is you can use ARL numbers dot add, okay, 3, or you can, you know, add 3, it's also fine, no problem. Okay, ARL numbers dot add, okay, 4. So you'll see it is flexible in size. You can add as many as you want to, or you can remove, no problem. You don't have to ship the elements at all. Okay, you can add as many as you want, and you can also add different types of data. Okay, so it is very flexible. Okay, and it is using method in order to access your data instead of using square bracket operator. So we're going to try to access the data, okay, we're going to try to access data. In order to access data from array, okay, in order to access data from array, you're going to use index and square bracket operators. Let's say we're going to access randomly, manually access to second elements, and you're going to place your second elements is numbers and use the index which is index number 1. Okay, use index which is index number 1. You can also manually access the second elements inside here and use the index. That one is you can use ArrayList numbers dot get, okay, from the index which is index number 1. It's similar to what you have in the array, but in this case you are using methods instead of square bracket operator. Okay, square bracket operator. Okay, we can run this one and see manually access to second element, which you choose this second element is 2, and I want to show this one is array. Okay, just to differentiate, and this one is from ArrayList. Okay, ArrayList. Next thing is we can use also for loop in order to access this array. Okay, so you can use for loop in order to access this array. So you can use for I equal to I smaller than numbers dot length. Okay, and you can display the number. Okay, this one is fine. This one is fine. You can use for loop in order to access to the individual elements, and you can do the similar thing with one special thing is because array has a fixed length, so you can just use numbers dot length and you can get the length of the array automatically. But this array list doesn't have the size information. So how can we get the length? Okay, of course it's an object, so there won't be a corresponding methods, okay, for this object to do that, and that method is called this one, the size of the ArrayList is, okay, it is called the size, okay, ArrayList numbers dot get size, okay, sorry, dot size. Okay, this one will show you the size of the ArrayList. If you do know the size, then right now you can make the for loops, and this one is ArrayList numbers, okay, dot size, right? Okay, then you can get the data out here. Then you can get the data out here. Okay, then you can get the data out here, which is let's see, object data are equal to ArrayList number dot get at the index I. One important thing that you have to remember from here is your ArrayList, okay, can only contain object, okay, can only contain objects in general, because it can contain objects of different types, you know, like you'll see from here one, you see from here, you see from here another integer, but it's special about this integer, and it's also special about this ArrayList that it cannot contain, okay, it cannot contain ArrayList cannot contain primitive data types. So you're gonna have a question, so how about this one? 3 is a primitive data type. We say it cannot contain primitive data types, but in here it's 3 is primitive data type. So can it contain why is not having an error with 3 there? The reason is your number 3 as int will be converted, or number 3 or other 3 int or other primitive, okay, primitive will be converted to its wrapper counterparts. Okay, if you don't know what a wrapper is, in this case this is a class integer object. Okay, so 3 will be converted in integer object. So if you don't know what wrapper is, check several of my previous videos, you'll see it. Okay. Okay, then right now all the data stored in this ArrayList are object in general. They are all object. So whenever you get a data, you're going to get an object. Okay, then you can display that data. Okay, you can display that object as a string. Okay, if you run this one, you could access as well the data from the array. Okay, using for loops, from the ArrayList using for loop. Okay, using for loops. Okay, this one is access using for loop. Okay, this one is access using for loop. Okay, you could also access inside using enhanced for loop. Okay, you could also access using enhanced for loops. Okay, what does that mean? Enhanced for loop, you're gonna do for, then choose for each of the ArrayList numbers, inside numbers, you're going to display ArrayList numbers. Okay, and of course you can use the enhanced for loop to access to your array too. Okay, okay, this one is using enhanced for loops. Okay, so you're going to use this enhanced for loops for each of the numbers, you can display it here. Okay, if you run this one, you'll see, okay, you can access using enhanced for loop. Okay, and you can also access this one using enhanced for loops. Okay, enhanced for loops. Okay, so from this simple demonstration, you already see the difference and the efficiency between the ArrayList numbers and also the array. But this doesn't mean that ArrayList is always faster, is always better than array. You know, you'll see, oh, this one is very good, so why do we have to use array? Okay, one point is array won't be a lot faster. Okay, if you do know this data type first, and if you do know the fixed size first already in advance, ArrayList is a lot faster than, sorry, array is a lot faster than ArrayList. ArrayList is used only in case if you don't know the data type or if you don't know the fixed size. Okay. That is the point. Okay. Next time I'm going to demonstrate other types of collection framework, collection class.